Hello everyone. Today we are going to do the music theory sample papers. It is the past year test paper from year 2020. So we will start from the very first paper, paper A. Number 1, circle the correct time signature for each of these bars. So A, quiver plus quiver is equal to 1 crotchet. This is also 1 crotchet. This is also 1 crotchet. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals to 3, 3, 4. B, this is 1, 2, minim is 2 count, 3 and 4. So this is 4, 4. Next question. Crotchet is 1 count, semiquaver is 1 quarter, 1 quarter, another semiquaver, and quiver is half. So altogether this makes 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So the answer is 2, 4. Next question. Add the 1 missing bar lines to each of these 5 melodies. So all of these you need to add just 1 bar line. 3, 4, you need 3 crotchet in a bar. So 1, 2, 3 bar line. 1, 2, 3, finish. 2, 4. 1, 2, bar line here, 3, 4. Now 4, 4. 1 and a half plus half is 2, plus 1 is 3, plus another one is 4. So here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 4. Now 3, 4. This is 1. 4 semiquaver makes another crotchet, second beat, third beat. Like this. And then 2, 4. 1, 2, like this. Of course, for the exam, you have to keep it neat. So don't draw all these in the real test papers. If you draw, then just try to erase them after you finish everything. Okay, including this one and all this, you will need to erase. Okay, so next question. Tick 1 box to answer each question. How many minims are there in a semi-brief? Semi-brief is 4 counts, minim is 2 counts, so 1 minim and 1 semi-brief equals to 2 minims. So 2. How many quavers are there in a minim? Minim is 2 counts, right? Equals to how many quavers? Quavers is half count. The answer is 4. So this is the answer. Next questions. Tick 1 box to show which bar is grouped correctly. So this is wrong. This is also wrong. This is correct. Why is this wrong? Because it's all quavers. You have to group all together in 3, 4. This is also wrong because you need to group all together like this. If it is not all quavers, then you group beat by beat. For example, if it is like this, it's not the same, right? It's not all quiver. Then you separate them beats by beats. But in this case, we have done in the books all together. Now tick or cross each box to show whether the rest are correct or incorrect. So 2, 4, you need 2 counts, right? This makes 1. You need 4 semiquaver to make another one. This is quiver rest. It's too much, right? So this is wrong. It has to be a semiquaver rest. Quiver plus quiver, 1 crotchet. Another crotchet is just nice. So this is correct. And this one, the whole bar is empty. You cannot put a minim rest here. You have to put a semi-brief rest. So this is wrong. The correct answer will be a semi-brief rest. Next question. Tick 1 box which shows the 4 notes written in order from the longest value to the shortest. This is 4. This is 2. This is half plus quarter. This is 1. So this will be wrong. 4, 2, 1. Half plus quarter. This is correct. And of course, this is wrong already because this is 4, this is 1, this is 2. It's no longer in the order. So from the longest to the shortest. 4, 2, 1. This is half plus a quarter, 3 quarter. So this will be the correct answer. Next question. Pitch. Tick 1 box to show the correct name of each note. So this is very easy. Just read the note. Bass clef. Be careful to look at the clef. This note will be F. But you have a key signature. Remember, F sharp here. Automatically this will be F sharp. So F sharp is the answer. If you tick F, this will be wrong. So be careful. Also bass clef G, treble clef middle C, bass clef B flat with the accidental here, so B flat. Oops. Now treble clef A, treble clef C sharp, bass clef E. Although you have a flat here, this flat belongs to B flat. So the note is E, it doesn't matter, it doesn't affect, so it's still just an E, E natural. Take the lower note of each of the pairs of the note. Which one is lower? G sharp or G natural? Of course, G natural is lower. Now, E flat or E natural? E natural, E flat is lower. B and B flat is lower. Now F and F sharp, F is lower. So be careful, they are looking for the lower, not the higher. Next page. Tick the correct clef needed to make each of this note. So this note, it has to be D. It will be a treble clef, because if it is F, bass clef, it will be an F. A, treble clef, it is bass clef, then it will be C, right? So C sharp, this is also treble clef. This is B, bass clef. Now keys and scales. Tick one box to show the correctly written key signature of G major. We have F sharp in G major, so this is B flat, is not. F sharp here is correct. F sharp, C sharp, this belong to D major, and this is wrong. A sharp, there's nothing like this. Next question. Tick one box to show the correctly written key signature of F major. F major, we have B flat. This is correct. F sharp, this for G major. This is G flat. There's no such thing. F sharp and C sharp, this is for D major. Okay, so next question. Tick three boxes to show which note need an accidental to create a melody in the key of F major. So F major, you need a B flat. So which one you have to put flat? F, F, it will not be a flat because you need to put B flat anyway, right? This is B, you have to put a flat here. This is one. C, D, B, you need B flat. A, F, C, B, you need B flat. A, F. So you only need to look for the note B, because F major you have B flat, which is, there are 3 B here. 1, 2, 3, all the B's. Now tick two boxes to show the two pairs of notes in this scale which are semitone apart. So you only need to find semitone. This is C and this is C, and you already know in grade 1 you only learn major scale. Semitones is only number 3 and 4, 7 and 8, these two, for ascending scale. But if you're not sure about it, then just check one by one. C to D is a tone, D to E is a tone, E to F semitone, F to G is a tone, G to A is tone, A to B is a tone, B to C is a semitone. If you forgot how to check semitones and tones, remember how to draw the keyboard. We go through this. We went through this in the previous books. 2 black keys, 1 line. 3 black keys, 1 line. So this is like a piano. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C if you have. And if you want more, then 2 black keys, 1 line, 3 black keys, 1 line. It's just alternate between 2 black keys and 3 black keys. So C to D, remember how to count? C, 1 step, 2 step. This is a tone, that's why it's not. D to E also, right? 1, 2 is a tone. E to F is just 1 step. So this will be semitone like this. And in the real test paper, do not draw this here. Ask for a separate piece of blank paper, they will give it to you, and then just draw that. If you draw it here, make sure you erase, and it has to be neat when you submit the paper. Although last year the test is online, but in the future, if the test is written, keep it neat. Okay, Circle true or false for each statement. There are two sharps in the key signature of D major. Yes, D major you have F sharp and C sharp. So this is true. There is an F sharp in key signature of G major. Yes, G major you have F sharp. This is also true. Now, this is the first degree of the scale of G major. G major, the first note has to be G, right? And this is a G, so it is also true. Now, this is the fourth degree of the scale of D major. This is an A. D major, first note D, second note E, third note F sharp, fourth note is G, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is wrong. False for this one. This is already the fifth degree. Now tick one box to show the correctly written scales of D major ascending. So you just need to find a D major ascending means going up, and correctly written including all the key signatures or accidentals. So let's try. Bass clef D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. This is already correct. Let's see this one. Why is this wrong? Because this is F. It will be a D in treble clef, right? But this is bass clef. So D major start with F is already wrong. And this is also start with D. D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C. Missing the sharp here. That's why this is wrong. Okay, so the correct answer is the very first one. Now this one, circle true or false. This is the scales of G major descending. Descending means going down. Partly true is descending, but is this a G major? It has to begin on G, right? And on G. G, F, E, D, C, B, A, G. The notes are correct, but G major we have F sharp. Do you have F sharp here? There's F sharp missing here, and you have A sharp here. This will be F in treble clef, but this is bass clef, so this is wrong. It is not a G major. It is something else, because although it's descending, although it's begin on G, it doesn't have F sharp. It is not G major. Next questions. Cross the two incorrect notes in the following scales. F major descending. So you have to begin on F. F, E, D, C, B. F major you have B flat, right? So this is wrong because it's supposed to have B flat. A, G, F. This is also wrong. Why? Because there's no G flat here. It's supposed to be G only. So these two are the incorrect notes. Okay, moving on. Now intervals. For each examples, write one note to form the name interval. Your note should be higher than the given note. The key is F major. In this case, they only remind you to write the note higher, which is, for example, F, you need to write F, G, A, B, C higher here, not going backwards B below here. They do not request for whether it's harmonic or it's melodic. If it's a harmonic interval, you have to write it here. If it's melodic interval, you just separate it out here. But we assume that the space is given so wide here, you can write here rather than here. Okay, but in this question, they do not ask for harmonic or melodic interval, so it doesn't matter for this. Octave, F, another F. Or if you don't know how to count, how to remember, then just count one by one. F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. It will be number 8. F, G, just the next note. Second, 1, 2. Third note, F, G, A. 7, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. So, E, like this. Okay? Now tick one box to show the correct number of each interval. The key is G major. Actually, for interval in grade 1, the key doesn't matter. G to G, same note, different octave, 1 octave is the answer. G to C is 4th. G, A, B, C, if you want to count one by one. G to A, G, A, of course, second. Now, G, A, B, third. G to E, 6. G, A, B, C, D, E, 6. Now, tonic triads. tonic triads will be the first, third, or fifth notes from the scales, remember? So circle true or false for each statement. This is the tonic triad of G major. First note of G major is G, third note is B, fifth note is D. So is this G, B, D? Yes, so it's true. Now, this is the tonic triad of F major. It will be F, A, and C. But this is a bass clef. This is A, C, E. So it's not false. Now, tonic triad of C major, it will be C, E, G. This is C, E, A. It's also wrong. It has to be C, E, G. Next, add one missing note to complete each triad. So this triad is not complete. Yes, you need 3 notes. They only give you 2. So with the tonic as the lowest case, so this is the first note and already given either third or fifth. So use accidental if necessary. D major, we have D, F sharp, A, right? So third note is missing, fifth note is given. We need to fill it in like this. And then, because they do not give you a key signature here, you have F sharp and C sharp in D major, right? The F note has to put accidentals here. There's no C note here, so you don't need to bother about the C. D, F sharp, A. This will be the answer. C major, C, E, G. First and third note is given, fifth note is missing, and we just add 1. And we don't have any sharp or flat in C major. So this is all. Now G major, you are given B and you are given a D. So G, B, D means G is missing, right? You need to write it here. So with the tonic as the lowest note here means if it's G major, you have to remember that G has to be on the bottom. This is just a reminder. C major, C on the bottom, D major, D on the bottom. Okay, now circle the correct key for each tonic triad. This is F, A, C, F major, bass clef C, E, G, C major, this one, bass clef G, B, D. Look at the bottom one, G is the first note, so G will be the key, G major. D is bottom note, D major. For grade 1, actually you just have to look at the most bottom note because you have not learned the flipping tonic triad, which the third note or fifth note will be on the below. So grade 1, just be careful. The very first note, what is the note? That will be the key, and look at the clef carefully. So term and signs. Okay, now tick one box of each term or signs. This means slur. But be careful, slur detached is wrong. Slur doesn't mean detached. Slur means smoothly. So it's this one. And it is not tie. It is the slur. Tie, it has to be same note next to each other like this. If it is different note or is more than 2 notes, it is already called slur, which means play smoothly. There are 2 slurs here. Read the question very carefully. Both has to be correct. If you put it here, then it will be wrong. Yeah. Okay, now 60 and a crotchet means 60 crotchet beats in 1 minute. So be careful. 60 crotchet beats in 1 minute here. Be careful not to choose a bar. Many people choose a bar. That it's not possible to have 60 crotchet in 1 bar, right? So ritautando, gradually getting slower. So it's the first one. Gradually getting slower. Getting quicker, getting louder, getting quieter. This is all wrong. The question can be quite tricky, so be careful to choose your answers. Dolce, sweet. The first one. P means quiet. Piano, soft. So it's a quiet. It's not very quiet. It's not moderately quiet. Moderately quiet is MP, remember? Very quiet, PP. So this is the answer. So look at this melody and then answer the question that follow. The melody gets gradually slower towards the end. Is it correct or is it wrong? So you check. This is the ending. There's rallentando here, which asks you to get slower. So it is true. Now tick the bar numbers that contains all the notes of the tonic triad of G major. What is tonic triad of G major? G, B, and D. Which bar has G, B, D? So, is it bar 3? Let's see. Bar 3 has D, has B, has G, and B. Oh yes, right? Everything is from this note here, from the tonic triad. So bar 3, yes. And although the question tick bar means just one bar, but let's double check everything to be safe. Bar 5, you have a C here, you have a B here. Okay, the first note is already wrong. C does not come from GBD here, so it's wrong. Bar 6, B, A, G. You have B, you have G, but you don't have D and you have A, so it's also wrong. Bar 7, A is already wrong. So these 3 wrong, this 1 correct. Confirm this is the answer. And since they say bar, not bars, so there's only one answer. If it's a bars, then the answer might be more than one. You have to tick more than one. So just remember to read the questions very carefully. It's easy, but it could be tricky. Yeah. So last question. Complete the following 3 sentences by ticking one box for each. Just one box is enough. The shortest note in the melody. Which one? Is it crotchet here? It's definitely not, right? Is it semiquaver? Semiquaver is 1/4. Yes. It's a quaver, half count, meaning 2 counts not possible. So this is the answer. Bar 2 has the same rhythm as bar 2. Quaver, quaver, crotchet, crotchet. Bar 5. Quaver, quaver, crotchet, crotchet. This is the answer. Next, last question. The letter name of the lowest note in the melody is, let's find. G, C, B, A, C, D, B, G, A, D. C, B, A, C, B, A, G, A, G, F sharp, E, F sharp, G. This is the lowest note. So, E will be the answer. Here. Oh, of course you can find from here. Whether is it E, any E note here? Yes. And the F sharp, where's F sharp here? This one is F sharp, is higher, is not. G is also higher than E is not. And then C is also a lot higher, right? This is C, then the E. So E is already the lowest. Okay, so we have already completed one paper. So one person will be tested for one paper only. Of course, this book have more. We are going to do more later. So this 2020 paper is actually a lot easier compared to the previous year paper when you still have the hard copy of paper. It's not online test, and there's not so many of the multiple choice. Usually the question like this, F, you have to write it yourself. F sharp, and then G, G, and so on. You don't have a multiple choice. So this is easier, and you are no longer asked to copy the music. Usually you need to copy, right? For example, 2 bars, 3 bars, and copy exactly the same thing. And then if you miss one thing, then your mark will be deducted, all these things. So this paper is already easier, and the only thing difference is the total marks. Let's say we get everything done correctly, you get full marks, right? It's 75 marks above. Yeah, 75 marks in the total. So in order to pass, you need 50 to pass. In order to get a merit, is 60. And in order to get a distinction, you need a 65. Previously is a 100. You get 100 is a full mark. Yeah, so this is the passing marks, and of course you have a lot of time, 1.5 hours. I think we did this less than half an hour, right? So do not just submit your paper, make sure you double check. Even though you write everything finished, just check again, circle the correct time signature. Oh, this is 1, 2, 3, and yes, I got it correct. And if it's wrong, you still can change the answer. If it's a not online test, yeah, then you are given a paper and you bring your own pencil, eraser, then you can always double check. So good luck for your exam, and I will see you again in the next test paper, which is B and so on. See you.